Hi, this is Sue with Creations by Sue, and today I'm going to demonstrate how to cut this poodle keychain out with your brother Scan and Cut. So the first thing that I did is I took my standard tack adhesive mat and placed the embroidered poodle keychain on the mat. And I also tore out as much tearaway as I could from that keychain. And then I used a blue painter's tape that I got at Menards, and I taped this poodle down to the mat. And you'll note that I took the long pieces here that are going vertically and made sure to cover those with the horizontal pieces so that the ends of the vertical pieces are not sticking up, because sometimes those can get caught when your mat is scanning and it pulls them up. So try to be careful to do that. And now I will show you how to bring the design up on the machine that we are going to use as an outline to cut this out. So we go to our retrieve data icon here, and I have the PES design for this poodle downloaded onto my USB stick. The Scan and Cut will only use PES designs. So we go to our USB stick, and we're going to scroll down on this stick to find the poodle, and he is a little ways down, so just bear with me as we get to him. And there he is. So we press on that, and there is our poodle, and that is the exact size of the design that I want. It's the same design that I embroidered onto my that you see here embroidered in the poodle design. So we press the settings key. That all looks good. We press OK, and we're going to press on the outline, which is the second icon. Press OK, press set, and there is the poodle onto, design showing up on top of the mat. So the next thing we need to do is to scan the mat so that we can see exactly where our poodle embroidered keychain is sitting. So we're going to press this icon and then press start. And now that's scanning. So I'll show you that. And there you can see it on our screen. All right, so the next thing that we need to do is line this outline up with our actual poodle right here. So we're going to press the edit icon, and then we're going to press object edit so that we can work with this. And the first thing I want to do is to turn that poodle so that it is right, just exactly the angle that I needed. So we're pressing the third icon on the top, and that allows us to turn it, and I want to turn it 45 degrees. So what I do is I count, and I press the 10 4 times, and then I press the 1 5 times. Although it looks like it's going too far over, so kind of watch it. I guess we only needed to go with 42 on that one. So just watch how it's doing. And then I take and I pull that outline onto the poodle the best that I can see right now, but I'll show you how we're going to see this better. We exit and then we press OK. And now we're going to go and zoom in. So we press that little magnifying glass icon, and we can see him a little better there. I can see that he needs to be moved up just a little bit, but we can go ahead and even zoom in further, which is what I always do. So you're going to press this little icon next to the 200%. And now we're going to get a really good close-up view. So we're going to press the buttons here, and we can see, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but he's just a little off. So I need to move him up a little bit because you can see some of that design is overlapping that line. So we're going to just press that key to get it up a little bit. Otherwise, it looks okay, it looks like it might need to be moved over 1 notch that way, and that's looking better. And I'm going to look at the top more, or once again, and you can see the lines here matching up with that line really well. So it looks like he is lined up quite well. We're going to press OK, and then I need to add my extension line, I guess is what I'll call it. So we're going to go to Object Edit, and then we go to this bottom row or third row down, second in to that, and it's offset distance. And I like to offset it 9 to 10 to give me plenty of room for if this were to not cut as straight as I want, that I can do a little repair work. So I'm going to do 9 today, and we're going to press OK. And then you press OK again, and then I need to press the trash can to eliminate that first line that we saw. Because if you don't eliminate that, the machine thinks it needs to cut both lines out. And I think you can probably, hopefully, see these double lines. I'll even increase it here so you can see that. You can see the double lines. We don't want it to cut both of those. We only want it to cut that outside line. So press OK. Press OK to delete that first line, and now I'll show you what it looks like. I'm going to increase it all the way so you can get a close-up view, and now you can see our cutting line is very nicely aligned with the outside of this keychain. There we go, that looks really good. Although, now that I say that, I'm noticing right here, looks like it might cut a little too close to that edge. So I'm probably going to need to move this. I'm going to move it down 1 or 2. That's why it's really good to keep checking these before you actually cut them to make sure it is lined up to where you want it to be. It never hurts to double check. And now it is going to go outside of that, so that's good. It looks good, otherwise I'm just checking the very top to make sure we're not going to cut into that top part of it, and it looks good to me. So all right, let me press OK, and OK again, and OK again, and then we're going to press Please Select Cut, and we need to press our tool icon because we want the cut speed on a vinyl piece like this to be 1. We want to go as slow as possible. I want the cut pressure to be auto. I do not want half cut. I used that on a project prior to this, so I'll press that off. And I'm just going to put this back to the auto, even though it's not going to look at that, but for now I want to make sure everything is set the way I want it. So, and the other thing that I do is I have one blade specifically used. It's a standard auto cut blade, but I use it only for vinyl. So I make sure that that is in my my cutting container, which I'll show you here. That little guy. So, and I've got it labeled vinyl. Make sure he's in there. So before we do the actual cut, we're going to do a test cut. So you're going to press test, and you have the option of which little design you want to use for your test cut. They've already got it set up here. I think it's a little circle, and I'll just take that. You take that with your wand and pull it over. Make sure it's not in your design anywhere. Now I'm having a hard time getting this pulled over. Okay, so I'm going to put it right there. And then we will press start, and it will cut that out, and then I'll know whether or not this is going to work well. So I'm going to press start right now, and we'll get our test cut. All right, we just pull that out, make sure it cut through both layers, and it did. So we are good to go. So now we're going to go ahead and press start, and it will cut out our keychain. I always stay by the machine when these are cutting because I have had them unattached from the mat or something gets stuck, and I never leave it unattended for that reason. But it's up to you how comfortable you feel with it. Usually does 2 to 3 cuts. I'm thinking this one will do 2 since the test cut only took 2 cuts. The Scan and Cut does such a beautiful job of cutting your design really neatly for you. Makes the keychains look more professional and saves a lot of time from the hand cutting, which is what I used to do. All right, and it is finished, so we're just gonna pull it off, and there it is. Oops, it's caught a little bit right there. Otherwise looks really good. All right. If something did get caught on here, you know, if it was cutting and all of a sudden the tape pulls away or somehow your vinyl shifts, you can press this button to stop the machine and it will stop. So thank you for watching today, and please give me a thumbs up if you've enjoyed this and learned something, and press subscribe if you'd like to watch future videos. Happy stitching and happy cutting on your brother's Scan and Cut. Bye.